Hi, I'm Morgan and I redesigned the app Libby. To give some background, Libby is a library app that offers ebooks and audiobooks through local library services. I love to read, and Libby has been a great way for me to access free books on the go so I can take it with me wherever I go. The app is functional, but its usability could be improved. People often find it difficult finding how to return loans, cancel holds, or create wish lists through their tagging system. The app could also have better desktop support, as the website is currently just the app displayed on a desktop screen. For my redesigned Libby app, I wanted to make it more intuitive and easier to navigate. Overall, I want to decrease the amount of clicking around it takes for users to complete their tasks. I want to focus on users' frustrations, pain points, and their stories so that I can create a smooth user flow and apply it to responsive wireframes, high-fidelity compositions, and finally, a mobile prototype. A lot of people who use public libraries have probably heard of Libby. It's an app that's designed for all ages, from young children to young adults to adults, so that they can all have access to content online. I created a couple of personas that reflect Libby's audience. First, Eva is someone who wants to listen, organize, and find new audiobooks. And then Eden is someone who wants her ebook app to be easy to navigate so that she can focus on reading her books. I've also created a user flow that outlines the most common path that users would take when using Libby. They will start by signing in, by searching for their library and entering their library card information. They'll then enter the browse page where they can search for titles or view lists and collections. If they find something they enjoy, they can place it on a hold if it's unavailable, or borrow it if it is available, and either directly read or listen to that book or navigate to their shelf where they can view loans, holds, their user timeline, and any notices they may have. On the loans page, they can view their reading journey with each title, basically their current progress through the title, and either renew or return loans. After I had this user flow nailed down, I started off with my pencil sketches. I had to do multiple iterations before I was happy with how my designs would solve problems with the layout and visual hierarchy of the original app. I then created my initial wireframes that I prototyped for user testing. In my usability study, the questions I wanted to answer were: how easy is it for users to borrow, place holds, and return books with my prototype? And how will they navigate the app, and what are they expecting to be there? Based on those insights, I can then improve the usability of the app. I tested 3 people, one who had never used Libby, one who had used Libby a couple times before, and one who uses Libby almost every day. I gave them each 5 tasks, and then asked them a few follow-up questions to better understand their behavior. One thing I learned was that my kebab menu button is way too small and participants were struggling to tap it, so I ended up enlarging that to the minimum touch requirements so people can easily access the important information under that menu. I also changed the settings or profile page icon to a user rather than the 3 lines, so that when people are looking for something, they don't have to filter through the navigation tabs and check on each page. They can easily recognize the icon and tap it. To create hierarchy on this page on the right, I added different fills and strokes to the buttons so that the most important actions would be emphasized and users would know what the point of that page is and what they can do. Here's another look at my wireframes before the study and then after the study. The changes are subtle, but they do make a big difference. Next, I created a design system with all of the typography, colors, buttons, and navigation bars. And then I applied that to my wireframes to create these high fidelity surface compositions. I also adapted the mobile layouts to tablet and desktop size screens. And then I prototyped the mobile version to reflect the user flow that I laid out. My prototype includes interactive feedback and transitions that enhance the user experience, and I put a lot of effort into making sure every page and click meets users' needs and expectations. My overall focus for this project was to make the Libby app experience smoother and more intuitive. I redesigned the mobile, tablet, and desktop versions and used user testing to reveal pain points and refine my designs. That led to one of my biggest takeaways, that you can't come up with improvements that need to be made for a product that you're the designer of. Testing reveals those pain points that I wouldn't have otherwise discovered. Secondly, a product can't function well without smooth interactions, and giving users feedback on those interactions through visual cues, animations, or messages reassures them that the system is working. I really enjoyed this project and finding ways to improve the Libby app so that we can all focus on reading or listening to the books that we love. Thank you for listening.